Cal, congratulations. Only one place to start. What a goal. What a moment from Kirk would it be?
You know what, right? Start the season, well, rewind pre-season. I promised myself, really selfishly, I'm going to enjoy the moments worth enjoying more. And there aren't many more enjoyable than forget coaching. You have to love what you do. You have to love the game. Everyone has the same interest in the game, whether you're out playing, whether you're coaching, allegedly if you're officiating, in the crowd, in the stands, the lot. We all love the sport and we love what it is. And that is the moments that you have to enjoy. So yeah, I was determined to enjoy it because that was kind of like my new season resolution. Unbelievable goal, unbelievable player, unbelievable guy. The fans love him and quite rightly, and he's almost gone. I'll put one in the top corner on Saturday and then I'll go, I'll top it. That's why we think a lot of him, and I think it's brilliant for the supporters that they have, the rapport they have with a player like that. So an unbelievable moment, and there aren't many players at this level that can do that like the way that Kirk can. He's a talent, and delighted that he got his goal. That, by the way, I think we deserved. I think you can almost lose sight of that in the drama. Disappointed with some aspects of the game, but I think it would have been disappointing if we hadn't won that game, given some aspects of the performance.
Willoughby's goal will deservedly take all the plaudits, but Charlie Cater's in red hot form. 4 goals now in 3 games. He took both goals tremendously well today.
Yeah, look, what's the tail of the tape? Go behind, poor mistake. We have to have a little look at, we're determined to, I talked about being front foot, being better in possession. I think we have been, particularly in the last 3 games. There has to be a balance of, I'm not going to watch us ship 2 goals every game. No. And that's 2 at Spennymoor. This is a side that we haven't got the balance right, perhaps over time, of too many nils, in preventing nils at our end, at the other end of the pitch not scoring enough, but we can't. Not happy with us conceding 4 goals over the bank holiday weekend, a set piece goal in each game, the manner of the first goal. So to have that personality, and that's in a way you're pleased, that bit of adversity to come through it, and I thought Charlie was the catalyst for that, of 2 terrific goals, one from a really high press, and we want to be that team, took it well, and then the second one from a long throw-in, and I've always slagged long throw-ins off, so you know what I mean, massive bit of hypocrisy. So pleased for that, but like you say, there's a lot of good individual performances. We've just got to be clear about the moment we're in. We've got a good group. We had 16 fit today, and I think you see that towards the end of the game where players are out on their feet, but you're quite right, you will rightly pick out the goal and the goal scorers. I think there were some pleasing individual performances there in a collective performance that needs to be better over the course of 90 minutes.
You mentioned the long throw there. When did you find out that Kurt had that in his locker? Because obviously we scored from it, Harrison Burke flipped it on and Caton got his second. So when did you find out that Kurt had that in his locker?
There's a bit of me that wants to lie. It was at the end of a training session, and Kurt, like I say, very, very likeable. People don't realise how much I like him. Kurt just pointed out he's got a long throw after he's already played about 55 games for us. He's like, does anyone want to see me throw it? And everyone was like, yeah, you won't throw it. And he threw it really far. So it is something that we've targeted. Look, it's a big part of this, and like I say, I'm determined to try and smile and not be dull about the game, but you can see it's a big part of this level. Having the ability to, in the final third, enter the box, and you can do that by playing through, you can do it by playing down the sides, crossing the ball, you do it with corners, free kicks. Why wouldn't you from a throwing situation? So yeah, well worked. Would have preferred it if Deck had scored, because you can see, you know, we have the first opportunity and then Charlie reacts really well, which is important for him. But like you say, loads to be positive about there.
On a different note, we saw Cam Mason struggling with a knock throughout the second period. Do you have any updates on his welfare?
That's always a really tough one, and I kind of have a stance around injuries, and I imagine it must be really frustrating. I don't know, I might be wrong, but I imagine it probably frustrates people that I'm quite a closed book on injuries. So we've got 3 out that I haven't really taught around returns. Always tried to be that way. I just don't like that sort of information being in the public domain. But we made a decision there. Twice he's interacted with the physio, and you can't always, it's like the VAR stuff, you can't put that round the stadium. But we've made a decision for him to continue because he felt all right, sore. And I thought he did as well as he could do, and I just thought he played well, you know what I mean, in those moments. So yeah, that is a tinge of disappointment. We'll see how he is. Don't really know now. Haven't thought about it. Just about calming down, because you know what, you've got to enjoy them moments. I've learned that the hard way of have to, and like we get a bit of stick at 1-0 down, and if you give it, take it. In terms of opposition, I don't mean sort of ourselves, and the celebration at 2-2 when it's equalised, and you're thinking there's a fair bit of time to go here, you better make sure we don't score. So you have to enjoy it, and it's all fun and games unless it's not fun and games. You have to enjoy them moments. The diva like that is the best place in the world, and I love what we do, and like you say, there's a tinge of disappointment there. We might lose Cam, we might not, we'll sort of assess, but I thought he showed real personality and character in that moment, that he made that decision twice, and I stand by it. And by the way, I hope I'd come out and say the same thing at 2-2 as well, of they're the decisions you make in liaison with a player, and you have to stand by them regardless of the result.
Well, that's actually now our best start to a league campaign in 4 years, and considering the tough start we've had, that's surely a good sign of things to come.
You know what? Oh, wow. You can categorise starts if you want. So is the start the opening day? Is it the opening 2? Is it the opening 3? For me, it's about the opening 12 games, because for us, that's 2 blocks. And what you feel in 12 games is you'll have played half the division, so you should have had a variety of opposition. We knew we were going to have a tough start. Spennymoor, best home record in the division in 2024. Brackley coming here, the side, beaten playoff finalists the last 2 years. Radcliffe going to pose a real attacking threat, and we were really, really keen that was a really good clean sheet, and I was pleased with us turning around a disappointing home run. You then go to Alfreton, regular side that finished in that playoff picture, and then here against Scarborough, who were joint top of the division before today. We knew we had a tough start, and it continues. Peterborough Sports are a side that have always got change out of us. We go to Kidderminster, South Shields, the full-time sides. It's a tough division, and you look at that, then full-time sides, that picture to go Kidderminster and Scunthorpe and Kings Lynn, and then some of the sides that maybe financially we don't compete with. And look, you shouldn't talk about budgets, and you certainly shouldn't talk about other people's budgets. But I'm clear that there'll be disappointment about the end to last season and the run we went on at home, and I own that, and I always have. I've never sent anyone else up here, always come and done that. But this team deserve 12 games to categorise a start, because if we lose the next 7, it'll be a very disappointing start. In the same way, if we win the next 3, it's still only a 8-game picture. So that's how I look at a start. But yeah, that's a lovely start, and you've been great for my self-esteem there when you've said that. Would have wanted us to have picked up more points, we always do, but we have the opportunity, the way we split the games up in terms of block 1, to play here at home to get double figures points. It's always got to be, you want 10 points every 6 games to be in that playoff picture. And like you say, hey, a week's certainly a long time in football.
Well, yeah, not a bad week, 2 wins and drawn. Can you feel some momentum growing, and how proud are you of your team for the way they've bounced back?
Delighted, pleased with the performances in the main. Disappointed on the opening day, thought we no-showed. Okay against Brackley, didn't get a grip of the arm wrestle of the game. Really good in possession, high energy football on Tuesday. Should have won the game on Saturday with a good performance at a tough place to go. Pleased with the first half today, disappointed with the way we haven't carried stuff out in the second half. We've gone out to score a 3rd goal. Maybe if we do, from the big chance at 2-1, maybe it's different, but I don't think we got on the front foot to start the second half. Pleased with the identity we're trying to put across. We want to be different and aggressive out of possession. We want to dominate the ball, but with a purpose. We want to make sure that our long spells of possession don't become pointless and become a problem. So pleased. I love them as a group. I hope the supporters got a feel and start to develop that rapport with them today, and that character and that personality. That's massive at this place, because I thought the supporters were tremendous again, the way they have been right the way through the start, and the numbers and the backing. Chester supporters want a team that plays a certain way in terms of endeavour and industry and commitment that matches their own, and I certainly thought they saw that right at the death today.
Cheers, Carl.
Thank you.